Hi, welcome and thank you for being here. I hope you're having a gorgeous day or night so far. We're going to dive right in today. Get you clarity. I have the Love Oracle, the Twin Flame, and the Divine Truth because I tried to do this reading earlier, and even though I felt like a message wanted to come through, it didn't, and I got stuck. I got tongue-tied. So I just kind of put it down, went about my day, and now it's a little bit later, and we're going to dive right in and see what's going on with the energy, your situation. This is a timeless reading. Trust that divine connection you have to your higher self, God, source, the universe. The answer is in you. So let's see what God, source, Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, our higher selves, angels, and energies of love have for the highest, greatest good of all. Yeah, well, I got that message today already. Sometimes things don't happen when you want it to. There's something that needs to be orchestrated outside of your energy field, behind a closed door. Something has to be figured out. There has to be an ending or preparation for a new beginning. But something will happen in the right timing when it can really, I hear, prosper and grow. But now I see somebody diving into ocean. So maybe it's when somebody is ready to dive deep. Patience, perseverance, peace, trust that the divine knows when. It's also a connection, the connection you have to your higher self. So if you feel like ego's kind of slipping in and you really want something to happen and you want it to be on the schedule and you feel that tension and you're kind of irritated, that's where you have to just let it go. Allow it to be, and trust. I'm even getting to already have gratitude in your energy. You know it's coming in. You know the right person's coming in, but it's going to be when it's a beautiful match. I hear it when it clicks. I see something clicking. So tell us a little more. Let's get one more from the same deck, and we'll go to a different deck and clarify. So tell us a little more about the divine timing. Okay, so you got a runner energy. If you are dealing with a runner, don't chase them. That's probably going to make somebody run faster or, get away even further. So if you have a runner here, it's somebody that is, I hear, hesitating. They're hesitating. Maybe they're afraid to do that deep dive. Maybe they have to, I heard really get to know you. This is somebody who is escaping their emotion and they're confused. So I feel like you have to wait, if you have a runner, for somebody to come to you. And I'm getting, because I see sneakers here, that I don't think, being harsh or yelling at a person or carrying yourself with an upset, even if you're irritated, I feel like you need to, maybe that's why you need some space by yourself. Find your center. Focus back on what you are doing, not so much energetic focus on the other person or what they're doing, if they're figuring it out, if they're not. Bring it back to you, find your center. So, because I do see somebody coming in, but I feel like those sneakers, they want to feel comfortable around you. Now we have to flip this around and look at the other way. If you find that you are the runner, take a look at how the other person's actions are. Do you find that somebody is tethering themselves to you and all you want to do is have your own space? Or are you maybe dealing with somebody who is looking at something in a more divine, mature perspective, and they're actually willing to give you your space? They want to make you comfortable. They'd like to see you open up about your emotions, but maybe they're not pushing it. It's just, perhaps if you are the runner, when you start to feel it, you could be the one pushing yourself away because maybe whoever this is now, I'm going to go neutral. Whoever it is probably relating love to hurt. Probably had the heart broken. Or it could also be that somebody really never had something of divine depth to compare it to. So, to give yourself a little distance, don't get too close. That could just be somebody's habit, pattern, or what they were exposed to. It could be somebody that's been with a bunch of weird relationships and never really had the chance to have a deep connection. So let's see what this is. I am getting, if you were thinking that somebody was really into you and this was like a breakout of nowhere, they ran, you know, situation where you like, I just see like a cartoon, like meep, meep. What's that? Like just the Roadrunner, just like gone, you know? I do feel like that made you really confused. Like where did they go? What happened? But don't overanalyze something. It wasn't anything you did wrong. I am also getting that for some of you, if you did have someone skedaddle really fast, maybe that was a beautiful space. It could just show you who somebody is. Maybe they're not ready for what you have to offer, because I feel like after the space, the right person, whether it's a slow and steady progress with this person or just somebody new that sticks around, comes in for you. So let's see. That was a lot of messages. Clarify, runner, and divine timing. We're going to go to the love oracle, but let's just see what comes out. What else would be helpful for you to know right now on runner and divine timing, divine intervention? So those are two biggies. Those are two really big energies coming from two different decks. If you thought something couldn't work out, you have to have that huge belief that something maybe had to go away to create the space for the right partnership to come in. This is where something does just click. It just works out somehow. I'm just seeing that you're not going to know exactly when. It's something that's coming in and it feels like it's supernatural. You can't even, you know, figure out, like right now I'm stumbling my words. Like you don't even know how to express it if you were going to tell your bestie how you accidentally ran into this person, or how it finally all worked out, because I do feel like there's a border here. And I feel like a lot of it had to go on behind closed doors, whether that's you had to shut the door, handle something on your own, and you are getting divine help in that situation. Follow the big, you know, the big flamey inspirations that you are getting. Because I'm getting that this is spiritual energy, but I'm also seeing that sometimes there needs to be destruction to create a solid foundation. Especially if there was any karmic or weird energy. So clarify, divine timing, divine intervention, and runner. I do feel like I see somebody who maybe ran away from you, perhaps to a karmic energy, or maybe not the best decision, but I do see that either that's a situation that's totally outside your control and it's, you know, I see that border that's not for you and you're going a different way, or there was a weird karmic situation somebody had to go through to learn to come back different. I hear out of your hands, but it's in God's. So let's see what else besides divine intervention, divine timing, and runner would be helpful right now. So another message from the Love Oracle. A little mystery to figure out. You're a conundrum to somebody. Maybe you also are really confused about a certain person. You have this unknown. So release the need to know, even though you're here watching an oracle mystic tarot reading. Sometimes we're not meant to know how it's going to unfold. So I feel like with this mystery energy, also there is a pumpkin. So maybe something happens in the fall time. I'm also getting that somebody might not be as they appear. Because it says an Enigma. That feels really deep. That is a band, isn't it? Enigma? I'll find a song by them and put it below. Or really confusing, or it could be somebody that's totally in La La Land. You know, Lululand, a lot illusions. So maybe you feel like you don't know what the heck is going on because this person ran away and now there's no communication. Or maybe there's somebody that feels so divine to you, vice versa, where you can't even put a finger on why it feels so different compared to any other partnership or relationship or person. And yet I'm getting it feels exactly right. I see something has to unfold here. I'm also getting the message that the story, the juice inside the book is not necessarily going to match the cover. And that can go both ways. If you got a very fancy cover, but then you open up the book and I just see like a bunch of blank pages, or the same page over and over and over and over and over. Now that kind of feels like a karmic cycle. But let's just say there's some blank pages, but that pen is in your hand. You have to be in the moment you're on and look forward to what's to come. Because I feel I keep hearing juicy. So I feel like the juicy part is coming. You got the universe on your side here. I also feel like I'm getting that message where I feel like you have a new spirit guide. I mean, you have your spirit guides always, but there's somebody coming in like different to help you specifically with this situation. So, I mean, that could be an ancestor. I just heard shaman. What is the first name you think of right now? Maybe that's their name. And if, you know, nothing really came to mind, you're all blank, or you're thinking too hard, don't think too hard. I feel like you're going to hear a name kind of out of nowhere, like when you're taking a shower, brushing your teeth, driving your car. I don't know why I just saw somebody picking berries. Now I see somebody picking a lemon. Extra message, if you are buying, what do they call that? The lemon? Like when you're buying a car or something, if you do not know anything about cars, or let's just say whatever it is you are buying, it could be property, get the right property, I don't know why I heard property manager, but inspector, get the right mechanic, get the right expert, or really do your research before you buy something so you don't buy a lemon. I feel like that was also a divine message for a lot of you. I don't think you're going to buy it. So if you do hesitate, if you're a little confused why something is a little cheap and it seems like a deal too good to be true, or you have to sign on the dotted line really fast, then I feel like you're going to get the right puzzle pieces, the right clues, so that you feel solid about your decision. And I also see that the right thing that you were looking for is going to come in even better. I hope that made sense. So, I don't know why I see, like, I don't know, do people sell knockoff sneakers? Is that a thing? Because I just saw somebody like selling sneakers out of their trunk. And I see two different people. I see somebody who actually like goes to, like, let's just say like a vintage shop or something like that, and what they have is actually the real deal. And then I see somebody with, I don't know, I see something like plastic and stinky. I'm not sure what I'm seeing right now. So use your discernment. I like when extra messages come through, even though we kind of started this on a love reading. So to the divine truth, I am going to shuffle this though, half, just to make sure it's right here mixed up. So I am getting that that is somebody's energy. Somebody was just really mixed up, really confused. Let's clear that confusion, at least for you. So moving this over, I'm going to put these together. What are the most prominent, important messages to know for you right now? Please and thank you. Oh, maybe that's why somebody is confused. This is one of my favorite cards. Also, maybe somebody's buying a bicycle, you know, with that lemon. I did see, it's weird because I did see a lemon. So We do have the color yellow. Maybe somebody's gaining more confidence. Their solar plexus is, as well as other things. Don't you turn someone on big time, or you're going to, whoever this is coming in. So it could be that somebody had a lot of space. There were a lot of boring chapters in that book, and they've been fantasizing about how to make something a little bit more spicy. I just want to show you this card. I don't know why it cracks me up every single time. I feel like a teenager, like, you know, it's so goofy. So you've been on their mind. So you've definitely been on somebody's mind. They are undressing you in their mind. They could be thinking about sassy time if you've had that, intimate moments if you've had that. But I feel like even if you've had that, they are dreaming of more. They are thinking of new fantasies they never thought of. But this is deep. I like that the extra message on this is sexual healing. There is something that resonates different with your sensuality than just superficial sexy energy. It's not the same. So, I mean, if that happened and somebody really connected to you and you were having sassy time here and then they ran away, I am definitely getting that you actually blew their soul, their mind. They didn't ever think sassy time could be like that or feel a connection like that. And you probably freaked them out a little. That's not all of you. For some of you, you have somebody coming in, very mature, very ready. Ooh, I just heard Kundalini ready. I mean, whatever it is, they don't want something superficial. They want it to be deep. But, you know, they want the divine connection to also be a turn on. They don't just want something that's a partnership and have that one facet. They want it all. So you've been on their mind, and all the things they want to do to you, sexual healing. They want to make you feel good. This person wants to please you. So maybe that's also new for some of them. And I feel like you feel the same way. Hold on, I'm going to pause. There's always synchronicity, especially when a reading is going on. Hopefully Rose wasn't too loud. I'm not going to clip that out this time because I stopped this exactly on 1717. So it is a wish come true or healing energy after a possible tower moment or tower chapter for both you and somebody else. I keep hearing to say new. So for some of you, this is not who you expect. This is somebody new. Are you open to it? Do you trust your higher self? And God knows what is best for you now. So I also grabbed this because I feel like we need to have an Archangel Power Tarot card to clarify all this. But let's get another divine truth. What is another prominent, important divine truth message helpful for you right now? Please and thank you. You know this. I know they're absolutely fantasizing about you, but now you can see with this particular card, they're not just fantasizing about your body, how hot you are, how they love your curves, how they love your smile, how they love how you smell. This is not that. This is that deep. I mean, it says fantasizing, but this is somebody who is thinking about where you would live, the vacations that you would take, how you get along with their kids or their grandchildren, or what your kids might look like, what you're going to do together on a day-to-day basis. But I'm also getting really big things that you're going to do together, plan together. I fantasize about our future together, our home, kids, vacations. I want it all. I got that message big. This is somebody who doesn't want just a one facet, single-sided, unrequited love, especially situation. This is somebody who wants to know you're all in too. I do feel like this is somebody who, this is a weird message, and this is not for all of you. And I always feel like it's kind of sad. I feel like there may have been somebody who, I think subconsciously, didn't get into relationships that were too deep, because if it went away, if somebody ran from them, it wouldn't hurt so much. They wouldn't care as much. So that could be something you are working through with someone. They could really, really not want to lose you. So that might be freaking somebody out a little bit. I feel like that's something you need to work on together. And I feel like you're gifted. I actually hear gifted the right person where maybe you and them heal together. So I guess we're getting one more. I started to auto shuffle. Let's get one more and we're going to clarify with the tarot. What is one more final prominent message? Sexual tension, fantasizing, runner, divine intervention, divine timing. That one pushed back. I'm gonna keep going. See if it comes out. It'll come out. And mystery. I just heard Sarah McLachlan's song. Building a mystery. And then I'm hearing, let's give them something to talk about. Maybe this is somebody who cared what others thought before, and they don't so much anymore. I feel like they just care what you think about. I'm also getting if somebody had difficult people around them, I see a clipping. So either they're releasing difficult people or people that aren't vibing with them anymore, or they're really willing to like work on something with you. I feel like they're with you, but they really want the people they do care about to like you, to love you the same way that they do. So maybe that does take time. So let's get one more. What's one more message? Shattered. So that's absolutely what has to happen here. I think both of you needed to shatter that tower or whatever it was that wasn't working, to see all the pieces in front of you and put them back together differently than they were. Sometimes you can't build unless you see all the pieces in front of you. I feel like somebody was, like, I don't know. Feel like I hear missing a screw somewhere. So you can take that sassy if you want. Maybe, oh my God, let's just keep going. But it's like something wasn't put together right before. It was wobbling. It wasn't working. It also looks like this person was wearing many different masks. And I feel like all of those masks or all of those pieces now just don't fit who you are, who they are, who you're becoming. And I'm getting that you get to remold something. You can always start again. You can always, I'm getting like reinvent yourself. You don't have to, live up to what somebody else perceives of you or how somebody else interprets what you should or should not be. How do you feel about yourself? I'm also getting a mirroring energy that, like somebody might be insecure about something, but you see that as beautiful and vice versa. So I do see like kind of a support here. I also see somebody really willing to build with you. There's a hammer here. And it also kind of looks like that's like a dandelion. Hi, Rose. Old habits are breaking down. So maybe somebody's not running so far anymore. Or now they're turning around and they find that regardless of their habits, they still want to keep running back to you. Or that's how you feel about somebody. Old habits are breaking down. And guess what? A new version, I just lost my ring. A new version of them is being revealed. Maybe that's in, maybe that's a big open curtain, or maybe this is a slow reveal. Trust the divine timing of how comfortable you are, how comfortable someone else is, and how fast that story unfolds. So let's go to the tarot. I'm not sure if Rose needs my attention, but I'm kind of getting that she might need to go outside for a minute. So I'm going to pick up my ring. I'm going to let out Rose, and we're going to go to the tarot. All right, to the tarot. Let's definitely get you a little clarity and see where you can best focus right now to be helpful in this current situation, but I'm getting more today. So let's see what you need to have awareness on to be helpful for you today. I keep looking at this card and I hear that song by either No Doubt or Gwen Stefani. It's the running song, and I feel like there's something in those lyrics. I always put it in the description, all the music that comes through, and lately I've been putting it in the comments. So if you ever find a song that comes through and you feel like something resonates for you, check it out. There's probably an extra message there for you. Also, I invite all of you, if you have a song that pops through when you watch this reading, share it, add it to the comments. So what is the main energy you need to, have focus on? That something's going to change really fast. So if there was a lull, if something wasn't moving, it will start to move. This is usually where something comes in out of nowhere. You don't expect it. Don't be a deer in headlights here. Sometimes you do need to do something, as my mom says. She says bird by bird. Literally, look at what's in this particular card. There's like all these birds, but it's not really birds of a feather flock together. There's all of these different species of birds flying together. So maybe this is you connecting to a group, a class. I'm kind of getting new friends. So maybe these are friends you meet together. But it's where there's a lot going on. So, I mean, if you have too much going on, sometimes you do need to just relax, take a little break, find your center, and then go back to something when you can just take a big breath. You can do it. I also feel like some of you are really, really good at multitasking. Or maybe that's who you're connecting to, where you're almost like an octopus. You can almost do a bunch of different things at once. So see if there is one area that needs a little more attention, you may not be focusing on as much, and see if there's another area you are focusing perhaps a little too much attention on, and you can redirect some of that energy somewhere else. It says there's a great deal of activity. I mean, you do have a lot of energy coming through. So this could be, it's fire, so it's spiritual activity. I'm getting that you are going to get a sign from a bird, because birds are everywhere. You can be in the middle of the desert, you can be in the city, and a bird can just go in front of you. So I feel like there's going to be something either you were just thinking about and that bird just kind of grabs your attention, or there's a specific bird that means something to you. Also pay attention to if you find feathers. I don't feel like you're going to find just one. I see you finding a feather in a very strange place. That's your spirit guides. That's your angels giving you a little sign that it's coming. Because I do feel like whenever this does come together, it is going to ready, set, go. Except now you're not running that race alone. Somebody is moving with you. But I also feel like it has something to do with taking a break. So don't run on empty. Make sure you refuel your spiritual fire. I also feel like somebody's going to be able to refuel your fire pretty easily. I don't think that whoever this is, you're going to get too bored with. You definitely don't bore them. So let's see. It says a great deal of activity, sudden and immediate results, and it's important communication. That is going to be the primary focus for you. It's important to have open, honest, direct, truthful communication. Don't sweep the elephant under the rug. Get to the, where are you? Get to the nuts and bolts of the situation. And I'm even getting kind of the root of a situation, because I see something having deep roots that maybe you didn't see yet. And there might be something that takes a while to germinate, to come out of the soil. But once it starts to sprout, I see it I don't know. I see one of those huge, gigantic, like ancient trees. So let's get a little clarity on what's coming in really fast. When that's upside down, I just feel like it's the deer in headlights or somebody being overwhelmed with so much activity and not doing anything. Sometimes that's a step-by-step approach. Because if it's like you got, you know, let's just say you woke up tomorrow morning and you have like 5,000 emails that you have to read. So you just want to ignore them all. Don't ignore them all. Do a couple, you know, see what goes in the trash. Maybe get an assistant. Like there's a different way to do something than to just not. So let's see. What is a little more clarity on the Eight of Gabriel? That's the Eight of Fire or the Eight of Rods. Oh, you got the King of Ariel. So not something's going to start fast, but guess what? It's going to be long lasting. That fire, that flame, that creative energy, that spark in your soul, that spirit that's deep is going to be long lasting. This is the king that wants to put his or her, but it's a masculine energy, attention into building something that's not short-lived. They see that successful energy as something they are proud to put their energy into, but they also recognize that that success is like there are failures. This is somebody who learns from their failures. This is somebody who's not afraid to work hard. This is somebody who's absolutely going to put their hands in that soil, in that dirt, and work on something. This is usually somebody who's very patient, also sensual, because it's an earth sign. Ariel here is earth. So it's somebody that's really involved in their everyday. I mean, they're thinking about everything here. Even though maybe they were a little in their mind. Maybe this is somebody with air and earth in their chart. Or air, earth, fire. Earth, wind, and fire. Oh, can I find a song by them? I feel like the emotions, the sensitivity is coming. So this is somebody who's making some plans, thinking about the long term. Also reevaluating old plans that needed to be thrown out the window a long time ago, or are adjusting because now they met you, or you met somebody else. If this is upside down, we'll take a little look-see, just a little one, because it's somebody who's very superficial. It's somebody who has the arm candy or signs up for a partnership that's more of a contractual situation because it's going to get them ahead. It's what society expects of them, but they're only ever half in. They're never fulfilled in their soul because you're never going to find that fulfillment in stuff. It's when it's like, you know, well-rounded that you find that real fulfillment. I'm getting that this is somebody who is actually selling a lot, or like I hear reassessing the value they put on certain things in the past. And that could be like the bling bling, you know, the sports car or whatever. I feel like now the success this person feels is the value of you, a partnership, what you build together. That feels like more success. To have a day where it was the most beautiful memory ever, or a day where you took one step towards that dream, or even a day where there was a failure, but you really got up and learned. I'm getting the experiences are more valuable. Your plans are working out well, professional and financial success, and it's using resources wisely. What's at the bottom? The Ace of Cups. There's our cups. There's our well-balanced energy. This is the beginning in love. This is falling in love. I always see this as romantic energy. But you get past the beginning, if you're offering that cup, I feel like you want someone to have their own full chalice as well. What is that thing where you like go around and you each like sip your own, it's your own hand. Oh God, this video looks weird. It's that thing where you're doing like the toast with the sexy like champagne and like you go around, but you're really just using your hand. If you try to do it the other way, you probably spill it all in their mouth. So it's also recognizing that, you know, just picture that chalice. Let's just say you made that offer. Somebody's like, that's a really nice offer. That seems like, you know, a really cool, you know, loving opportunity. But then they put it on the shelf and it just sits there. It's possible that that offer can dry up because it never got past the beginning. It's also possible that a beautiful cup is sitting up there. Somebody else is walking by in divine timing and they're like, oh, look at that amazing chalice of love, that new beginning that's just sitting there. How are you not with somebody right now? May I take you on a date? So it's trusting your intuition here, that you will know when it's the right timing, that it will feel like the right wave of opportunity. And I feel like you are taking to something too sure. You're feeling really sure, or more and more sure, so that you can ground something. You also have dolphins here. So there is something about the right frequency, telepathic communication, and having fun. It's a positive, new, emotional experience. It's fulfilling romantic partnerships, and it's deep and lasting spiritual insights. So you're getting spiritual insights, divine intervention, lots of chemistry and energy that you can feel is divinely different, and you're trusting the divine timing of something. When that beginning is maybe offered to you, are you going to take a sip? Are you going to give something a go? Or are you going to run away and compare it to something that was weird from before? Are you going to trust your gut feeling if you're in a situation and it kind of feels too much like what was weird before, and you know you learned that lesson, you know you're building yourself differently, valuing yourself, having your own new boundaries, and I'm getting like healthy respect for how frigging valuable you are. You have a unique blueprint, a unique energy, unlike any other being in the universe. Do you know how special that is? And you're going to know without a doubt that there's somebody coming here that's going to absolutely see how special you are. And I think this is our reading. With this, I bid you adieu. I'm half petting Rose down here. She wants a little attention. And I hope this was helpful for you. I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you for being part of our soul family. I love you so much. And I'll see you later. Bye.